Okay. So come on up, girls. They're responsible for question. So bring your whiteboard with you. Come on over here with the whiteboard. And just put it right here. And where's your names again? Okay, so we're focused on 3A, B, C, or D. They're going to explain whatever one they want. Let's be listening, okay? Okay, so girls, you can point at the screen here, or my screen here. Listen up, guys. We're taking up the homework. And first question is page 178, number 3, either A, B, C, or D. And since there's 2 of you, and you seem to have it all done, each take one. Go ahead, girls.
Take one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the first one. Okay, so since the graph is like never ending, it has arrows, it's going to be, the domain is going to be x is any real number, and then the range is going to be y is any real number, because it goes on forever.
Do you agree?
Oh yeah.
I agree, yeah.
And I'll take C. I didn't draw a graph for that. I think it goes through the x-axis. So, and it goes through -3, so the domain would be -3. And the range is, since it expands, there's arrows and everything, so the range is going to be y as an element of all the numbers.
Is it this, right behind you?
Yeah. No, it's that.
The vertical line.
Yeah, it's vertical.
Oh, vertical, yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay, good stuff. Easy. Take your whiteboard. And next, we'll go with Tiana and Olivia. 4A, 4B, page 178. Come on up, guys. And you just have to put your whiteboard down here on top of that one.
All right.
Okay.
Our question was, graph the equation y equals x squared -3, and B is the relation a function?
So first we change it into vertex form, so y equals x minus 0 squared minus 3. And then we put in RST chart, so we put, there's no reflection because there's no negative sign before the bracket, and then there's no stretch because there's no a value. And for translation, it's -3 because of -3 is y value.
So then the new values for x and y are x just stays the same and y turns into y -3. So our new
Like all the
points
x's are the same.
all the x's stay the same, and then all the y values are just y -3.
Awesome. Did you just get a graph on the other side?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Right here.
Very nice. Okay, very good. One thing missing just for key things to put on your graph. Okay, you have to tell us what the function was. So if it's f of x, you'd say f of x and you'd point an arrow to that graph. Okay, you did get the y and the x and you got 3 key points, so awesome job. Good stuff. Thank you. Next, all right. Let's bring up Brittany and Jordan. 9A, B, or C? Okay, so this is 9A, it looks like. Go ahead, guys. 9A, page 178.
Yep, so we got 9A. You sub in the ones, and then you simplify it, and you get 5. So h at x equals 1 is 1 and 5.
Perfect. Questions?
And then yes.
Okay. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. No problem. Noor and Carly. Noor and Carly, page 32, ACF. Okay, so just put your whiteboard down, and the floor is yours, page 32. So I see you've got A, C, and F. Feel free to share any of them.
Okay. I guess we'll do F since it's more complicated. Maybe people won't understand it. So for these, it said that you had to do as...
Excuse the interruption. Can I have all attendance folders to the main office, please? That's all attendance folders to the main office. Thank you.
The question provided you with a value for fx. Yeah, right there. So then the value for this one was 3 minus 2w. So you just plug it into the x value of the equation, and then you end up with that. And then here, maybe people have trouble with doing the perfect square trinomial. You just square the first term, then multiply those, and then multiply it by 2, and then square the last term. Then from there, you just figure it out.
Awesome. Go ahead, Carly, if you want to pick A or maybe C.
And then C is the same, so we sub that m-1 in for x. And then so you square the first term, and then you multiply the ones in the brackets and times them by 2, and then square the last term, and then you have the 1 on the outside, and then
Awesome. Perfect. Great. Good job. No problem. Okay. Matt and Will. Oh, your whiteboard.
Right.
Okay, so they have question 2C.
So the domain is -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2 because those are all the x's. And for range, it's -1, 0, and 2. And just because -1 is repeated several times, so you don't put it in.
Absolutely. Yep. Anything to add, Matt?
No.
Just an applause. Okay. Good. Easy. Very good. Who's next? Evan and Bria. Oops, didn't need to do that. Yeah, you're right. I just mistyped it. So Evan and Bria. Yeah. 3DEFH. Okay. All right. Oh, they did them all. Perfect.
Okay, so for D in the textbook, the domain, it would be MCR because the line, it's like on a slant, and it would just continue in the same slant. For E, it would be Y is greater than 3. No, that's D, never mind. For E, it would be X would be greater than or equal to 1, and then for the range, it would be YER, because Y is the element of the real numbers. And then the same thing would be like for F and H. That's
Fine. Anybody have any questions with that? Okay, Evan, you're good? I know you're so good stuff. Okay, who's next? Okay, Brandon, all right, come on up. Where's your partner? Stephanie? So they have number 20. Okay, number 20, real quick. Number 20 here. The area of a circle, A of R. That's the function of area in terms of radius. And they give you the formula, pi r squared. State the domain and range of the function. Okay?
Okay, so the domain would be XER / R is equal to or greater than 0. And the radius would be YER / A is equal to or greater than 0, because obviously the radius and the area can't be negative. And that's all the information they give you. So
Yeah. Brandon, with this area, I mean, an area can be 0, but would the object even exist if the area was 0?
No.
No. So what could we change here to kind of make it a little more real? What would we erase? Do you have any ideas, or Stephanie?
just the equal part?
Yeah, you could argue you could erase that equal part, and it's a little more real world that way. I mean, but it's still mathematically it's okay to have the equal. So it's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. Okay. Who's left? Clayton and Claire? So 26A or C. Well, Claire's not here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Clayton. 26A.
Alright, so my question was find the value of x if fx equals 5, and there's two solutions. One is 1 and the other is -5. And if you just sub them in, you get 5 for each.
Let me see here. 26. Okay. You're kind of working it backwards. let me explain what you need to do. So in the question 26a, all right, it says, if f of x is equal to x squared plus 4x, find the value of x if f of x is 5. So what that means is the following. So f of x is equal to 5. They give you that. And that means you have to set that 5 equal to the equation, which is x squared plus 4x. Okay, I'm going to send the 5 over to this side. And that's 0 equals x squared plus 4x minus 5. Now, here's a tip. Look at this. This is a quadratic, just like last unit. What's A? What's B? What's C?
Can you also pick two numbers that sum up to 4 and...
Yes. You can use either the quadratic formula, or you could factor this. And you're right. If you factor this, two numbers that multiply to give minus 5, and two numbers also have to add to 4. Two options. You factor it or you quadratic formula that. And when you use the quadratic formula or factor it, you'll get his answers similar. You'll get 1 and minus 5. So you need that quadratic formula for this question. You took it a different approach. That's fine. This is really what you'll want to do. Quadratic formula is foolproof for sure. Factoring also works too. Okay? Good stuff. Thanks. Who's left? There's not too many of you. Everybody been up? All right. Oh, sorry. Stephanie. And who are you with? Okay. And you guys? No problem. Stephanie. So 5A, B, C.
We're only doing C.
Okay. C's no problem. Go ahead, guys.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So ours is basically just labeling if it was a function or relation, and C it wasn't it was a relation because that's the formula for a circle, and circles can't be functions, so it's relation.
Absolutely. Yep. Perfect. Okay, girls and Evan, right? So last question, 12ACE. So there's two there. I see A and E.
For A, f of x is equal to 21, which is also equal to 4x plus 1. So then you subtract 1 from both sides, which gives you 20 equals 4x, and then you divide both by 4, which gives you 5. So f of x equals 5, and there's your point. And then for E, same thing, you subtract 1 from both sides, 10 equals 4x, and then 5 divided by 2, or 2.5, are your two answers and your point. So.
Yeah, the only other thing is it's x equals 5, right?
Okay.
And f of x they gave you is 21. And here it would be x. So it's just the way you actually notate this. Careful. Okay. Perfect. Anyone else? Okay, we're good. All right. Is there?
Lauren's gone.
Come on up, guys. Lauren. Charles is trying to get you to skip out on this, maybe? No?
I can't deny it. It's too much.
2DEF. All right. Yeah, I just turned it over. Yeah.
So for our domain of the first one, which is D, we got -2, 0, 3, 4, and 7. And for our range, they were all number 1, so we just got 1.
Anybody want to dispute? It looks like what I saw earlier today, my other class. Domain and range. Okay. One thing, Charles is writing backwards. Please turn. So just make sure you write D first, then the colon, and then set brackets, then your fractional numbers. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Good. All right. Any other questions? That's pretty much a sample of everything from the homework. Okay. So for today, we will take a note on the parent functions. So let's get that ready. You hang on to the whiteboards. You need them later.